And buy direct, right from the factory. Valley Outlet Center. It's simply a great place to shop.
Interstate 69 at the Indiana Toll Road.
It's worth the drive.
Are aliens out there?
They are very thin and frail. They're silvery or gray in color.
Alien abductions. On the next Entertainment Tonight, see how Hollywood is having close encounters with people who claim they were kidnapped by UFOs.
They're on a table. There tend to be several of the beings around them.
But some scientists say these alleged eyewitnesses prove nothing.
If you're talking about science, you need to have indisputable proof.
The inside stories on Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 6:30 on 21 Alive.
McDonald's Physicians Health Plan and 21 Alive present one-of-a-kind top students from the class of '92.
It's a time for celebration. That special day is near. You've taken every challenge. You've come so far this year. We salute these honored graduates and know you will find a future filled with promise because you're one of a kind.
Congratulations. We salute your accomplishment of excellence.
This is Faye. For the past 24 years, Faye has spent every dime she makes and has worked 2 jobs to support her habit. No, she doesn't play the lottery, doesn't bet on horses. Faye says she's got a really expensive addiction she cannot live without. We're going to find out what that is when we come back. That a lot today. All right, like my mouth is open, I'm going, I don't get it. Today I am surrounded by women who say that when they hear his name, they can't help themselves. They go absolutely wild. Want to see what I mean? Yes. Engelbert Humperdinck. What is it about him that makes you so crazy?
Sally, the man is so sexy. He's hot. The older he gets, the better he gets. The eyes, everything about him. He's fantastic.
She has no enthusiasm, right? None. All right, what is it about him that does it to you?
He's so gorgeous. He's so handsome. I just love him.
Uh-huh. Together, you and I are going to try and understand this. We have a real treat for you. Engelbert's here today, and he is going to perform for us. All right? Engelbert Humperdinck. Now, get this. He has 260 fan clubs worldwide. That's more than any other entertainer in Hollywood. That's more than Madonna has. That's more than Michael Jackson has. That's more than Cher has. And even his true blue fans do more than just listen to his records. Listen to this. We want you to meet Adrienne. Adrienne was 12 years old when she first got hooked on Engelbert. Since then, she's been to 600 concerts. She's been on stage with Engelbert 25 times. This is Susan. Susan is Adrienne's hairdresser. She's now people go on television shows and they have their own hairdresser. Right. She says she was mesmerized the moment she laid eyes on Engelbert, just like this woman, 5 years ago. She is dying to meet him. Today's the day, Susan. This is Joyce. Joyce is a fan of 23 years who is so obsessed with Engelbert that she made her son climb up a pole. He was wearing a cast on his leg, and she wanted him to steal a street sign bearing the name Engelbert Road. This audience is absolutely wild. This is Joyce's daughter, Kathy. Kathy says she's an Engelbert brat. No, he's not her father. Aha, More about that later. Because from the day she was born, she was raised on a steady diet of nothing but Engelbert Humperdinck. This is Julia. Julia has been a Engelbert addict for over 20 years. She's one of those women who used to go to these concerts, throw her underwear on stage to him, and would hang outside the hotel lobby in hopes of catching a glimpse of him. And this is Faye. Faye says she has to work 2 jobs to support the Engelbert habit. Remember, we said there's a woman addicted? She first saw him on television 24 years ago. She is devoted to seeing Engelbert Humperdinck every chance she gets, and it's her addiction, so we're going to start with her. Faye, I think you may hold the world's record for having attended the most Engelbert Humperdinck concerts. How many have you been to?
2,560.
Know that you've been to 2,560 concerts. Do you know every word to every song he sings?
Yes, I do.
I mean, like in your sleep, you could sing if he fell down or something?
I do.
Heaven forbid, you could run
I don't
up.
have his voice, but I
You
could do
don't.
it.
You work 2 jobs to support your habit of Engelbert. You are
7 days a
president
week.
of a fan club called Engies.
Enges, Forever Friends.
Engies Forever Friends. You are single.
Yes.
He is the man in your life.
No, I go out, but...
The 2 necklaces you're wearing, what are they?
This one is his autograph in gold, and then this one I had made in Hawaii the last time I was there.
How did this begin?
My father started me out. He heard him on TV, and he came home and said, you have to hear this guy sing. He has a real funny name, but listen to the music. And I listened, then I saw him on TV. I went to a concert, and the rest is history.
See, I didn't ever think I'd interview anyone like you. Now, you tip up to 100. I shouldn't say this, right?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay. She tips heavy for good seats, and you've given maitre d's everything you've got?
Yeah.
Everything you've got?
Everything, including blood if they want it, whatever it takes to get down front.
And when you go, you are wearing...
All new clothes, usually.
Always buy clothes to attend the concert. Not to be on stage, but to attend the concert. Okay. And you worry about him as if he was your child.
I do. You have to worry about him. You want the shows to be good for him and the audience to be good, and so you sit there and worry all the time before the show.
Tell me about the truckload of hankies.
I don't have a truckload of hankies. I only have 4.
She's a truckload of hankies, Adrian?
Yeah, quite a few. Because I've been on stage with him 25 times.
Well, you mean these are his hankies?
These are the hankies that he throws out to all of us at the end of the show, or when you've been a lady on stage with him. You get that as a souvenir for having been up there.
Oh, I thought maybe you walked up and pulled his hanky out of his pocket or anything like that. And you've decorated his dressing room?
Right. As fan clubs, we have the privilege of where he's having a concert. If we're in that particular area, like my club is based in New Jersey, we're able to ask for permission to do the dressing room, and if you've been given the opportunity, that's what you do. And we pick a theme.
Wait, given the opportunity of decorating his dressing room?
Yeah.
This is like the major privilege?
Sure. Sure
Okay.
it is. Because it gives a lot of the fans that may not have the opportunity to meet him in person, it gives them the opportunity to do something for him, and then possibly have the opportunity to meet him.
And are you married?
No.
Okay.
But one thing has nothing to do with
Who's
the other.
married? Susan, are you married?
Yeah.
What does your husband think about that?
He thinks it's nice, you know. He thinks if I'm happy about it and it makes me happy, he thinks it's great. He was so excited for me to be on here today. He didn't sleep all night.
He didn't sleep all night?
No, he was so nervous and excited for me, he couldn't sleep.
Joyce, tell me about that. Is that the real street sign?
Yes, it is. That was from Nanuet, New York. And it was a cold and rainy night. My son was 14 years old, and we pulled up to the theater, and I looked up and I said, I want it. I want it. And my son knew the tone when I said, I want it. And he got it for me. He climbed up, and the funniest thing was he was in a cast. And he truly was. My daughter can vouch for that. He was in a cast from his groin to his ankle, full cast. He got the street sign down for me.
I mean, the heck with the kid's well-being, right? Let's make priorities. Julia and Joyce went to Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, right? Tell me about that.
Yes, we did. We were fortunate enough to be able to attend the Walk of Fame, and we had the privilege of seeing Inge accept his star there. And this is a replica of the star.
Now, you should hear the oohs and the ahs. Okay, you've watched talk shows for a long time. I hope you've watched us over the 10 years we've been with you, right, some of you? This is a cult show, am I correct? An Engelbert Humperdinck cult show. It's about time to meet the man that these women... This is where I'm supposed to say, you're supposed to be quiet. I'm supposed to say it's about time to meet the man that these women are mad over, singing What If I Try. Please welcome Engelbert Humperdinck.
What if I tried? What if I tried to do the things I never did before, my love? What if I tried? What if I tried to never hurt you like I did before, my love? All we really need is truth and understanding. Break down the wall that kept us far apart. And you never really told me you were hurting. All I ever did was take away the passion from your heart. What if I tried to bring back loving moments that we shared, my love? What if I tried? Ouch. What if I tried turning back the hands of time for you, my love? For all the world, I never want to lose you. No one could ever hold you in the heart. And if you could only know how much I love you, all I ever want is take away the hurt that's in your heart. What if I tried? What if I tried to make our world a fantasy? All dreams, my love. What if I tried? What if I tried? And like the story goes, you'll be my queen, my love. Oh, my love, my love. What if we tried?
Sex appeal is fans and 25 years in show business. That's away.
Harry, stop cleaning the toilet and come to bed.
The toilet's never been cleaner, Bernice.
great. New Santa Flush cleaned it, so come to bed.
The toilet's never been cleaner, Bernice.
New Santa Flush Citric, the only liquid bowl cleaner with citric acid power to help power away tough hard water stains.
Go ahead, Harry. Sleep with the toilet.
The toilet's never been cleaner, Bernice.
Make it New Santa Flush Citric and make it sanitary.
My job is to drive this race car fast. At the speeds I travel, I can't afford to wear glasses that slide down my nose. I go to Lens Crafters because they have so many ways to make glasses fit better, like silicone nose pads that keep my glasses from slipping. And their exclusive featherweights are the lightest glasses I've ever worn. As a race car driver, my life depends on the choices I make. That's why for a perfect fit, I choose Lens Crafters. Better fit for greater comfort in about an hour.
Hey, it's me again. Are you still looking out the window, making up your own weather forecast? Did you forget about the number? Sure. Look, it's 424-0012, then 2121 to get the most up-to-date, accurate weather forecast from the area's most trusted weathermen, Jay Walker and Chris Bradley. Remember the 21 Alive talking newspaper weather phone. It's fast, reliable, and still better than sticking your hand out the window. The talking newspaper weather phone is brought to you by 21 Alive and Fort Wayne newspapers.
The hometown festival season is in full swing, and once again, 21 Alive is bringing you all of the excitement. This week, we'll give you a taste of German Fest, with highlights beginning on Liveline today at noon and updates at 5, 6, and 10. Be there for all the fun or watch all the action on your hometown festival station, 21 Alive.
I've heard of people loving their fans, but my goodness, that's a real passionate kiss like that to a fan?
Practice. I had practice every day.
That was from one of the 200 concerts that he gives each year, and we're delighted to have him as our guest today. He is celebrating his 25th anniversary in show business. And I have to say, he looks... You know, to survive in this business is difficult. Anyhow, to survive 25 years as a singer, and I think he looks as sexy today as he did 25 years ago.
I started when I was this big.
It's a hard thing to carry on sex appeal for 25 years. I mean, I would think. There's not a lot of guys with that kind of run.
I know.
Don't you think?
I don't try to carry it on. I just try to be, you know, me. And whatever it is.
You don't work at it?
Well,
I mean, what is the sex appeal thing? When you're standing there, are you inwardly thinking, and you know the words of the song, so you're inwardly thinking, if I thrust my pelvis like this, or I hold my mouth like this, they'll think I'm sexy. Do you concentrate on it?
No, I think it's something you get when you're a little boy. I mean, the first time you look at a young lady, you know that there's a way of flirting with that young lady, right? There's a flirt. There's a flirt that goes.
But are we all the same, or don't you have to flirt?
Everyone's the same. I mean, I'm not on my own. I think every man...
No, I mean us. Some of us flirt differently?
As far as... I don't understand.
Well, when you're... are we all alike in the dark, is I guess what I'm saying.
I always knew Sally was a hot number.
No, but you said when you're a little boy, you look at a woman and...
I mean, that's how it develops, isn't it? A relationship between man and woman, you know, that... I guess you get it from a little boy.
I've never been a little boy.
You should try it, Sally. It's great.
You were pretty passionate with that woman that we saw in the tape. What do the fans mean to you? I mean, this is insane. We've never had anything... This show is 10 years old. We've never had people running around screaming. They're practically tearing the fixtures out of the ladies.
They're all crazy. They're all crazy. Every one of them are crazy.
Yes.
Yeah? They're crazy. But I love them. I appreciate the 25 years we've been together, and all the new ones that come along, we appreciate them as well. You know, it's a wonderful relationship. You know, it's tough making love to all these ladies.
Does somebody plot this?
No.
It
just happened, I think. It just happened from 1967. It just sort of, 68 when I first came to this country, but 67 was the start of it, you know, where Release Me came along, and up went my career. And I have them to thank for it. They brought it along.
But why is it not done then like a Rogers and Cowan or somebody that you have 260 fan clubs and Michael Jackson has I don't know how many, but certainly not 200? Doesn't that have to be plotted?
I don't think any PR company could ever do the job that they did.
The people do it.
That's right. They did it.
Wow. Sex appeal can get a guy in trouble. We're going to take a look at this.
Hi, how are you? Hi. Hi. That's nice. Hi. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do they look like me?
Oh, dear. The tabloids had a field day with reports of paternity suits that have been filed against you. How do you react? In other words, are the reports true? I mean, you're joking about the children may look like you.
Yeah, well, the reports have been, there's been so many of them that now it's become a joke, and I make fun of it on stage like that, you know. It is, I mean, everybody who wants a father points the finger at Humperdinck, you know. And, you know, I see a swelling and I just run away.
Has anyone ever caught you in court so that you had to pay for somebody and spend your life paying for them or something?
There have been mistakes made, but not by me. You know, I mean, I have to say that in all sincerity. And I mean, the press, you know, the usual papers, the trash papers, they have a field day. Yes, we've had people who have been caught coming into my, they come in laundry baskets and then they sit in cupboards and things like that. But only the press have found them in my bed.
Oh, no one else?
No.
How does your wife react to that? I mean, is she long-suffering?
Alarmingly, I would say. She's been punished in many ways, you know, but she's a good lady, and I love her very much. And she stood by me all these years. She's, you know, she's guided my career in a lot of ways too, you know. And now we're still together, and it's very unusual.
How long?
Huh?
How long?
Let's see, 28 years.
That's pretty wonderful. That really is wonderful. I found out something that I didn't know. My husband has always been trying to grow sideburns. Engelbert introduced sideburns to America. Now, that's going to go down in one of those history books, right? He's Mr. Sideburns. I understand over the years that you've had some pretty strange things thrown at you on stage. Like...
Yes, the...
Underwear. This one is when the lights are out, it says, light my fire. These are panties, right? And you turn me on, same thing with the light bulb. Boy, we could have made a fortune.
They really want to be seen, don't they?
And falsies? Falsies!
I had one once, and there was a big bite taken out of it. Some guy got there before I did, I tell you that.
Do they still do this?
Huh?
Do they still do this?
No, not this. They stopped doing all that.
They
now.
stopped? That was a time.
That was just a time. Now it's the keys.
Keys? Well, your fans in the audience told me they missed not throwing their underwear.
Really?
Yeah, and they wanted an opportunity to show you how much that they love you.
They're not going to do it now, are they?
Go for it!
Oh, my God.
See that good looks maybe run in the family. Going to meet Engelbert's son. Stay with us.
We proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Engelbert Humperdinck.
The rumor has been confirmed. Summer has been given one less day on the calendar this year. There'll be one less afternoon to race down a hill, to go nowhere in particular, to relax with a pitcher of Country Time lemonade flavored drink mix with a taste of good old-fashioned lemonade. And though summer is one day shorter, we trust you'll make the most of it.
You know, I can think of 750 real good reasons to buy a Chevy S10 over a Ford Ranger or a Dodge Ram truck. Now, one is out there under the hood. The Chevy S10's engine outperforms Ford or Dodge. Another is back there. Chevy has greater payload capacity than Ford, and the cargo box is bigger than Dodge's. And there's another 750 real good reasons in the glove compartment. It's not any bigger than Ford or Dodge's. It's what's inside that counts. A $750 rebate.
There's a new taste coming.
Arriba, Festivas! The party's in the can, brand new Festivas. Nacho cheese, tortilla chips, arriba, Festivas! Crispy, crunchy nacho cheese.
New Festivas from Pringles in fresh sealed canisters to keep them extra fresh and crunchy. Come on, taste that crispy, crunchy nacho cheese.
The party in the can, viva Festivas! The party in the can.
I've got those charcoal churning, burning hot for some sizzling, savory Johnsonville brats. Can't wait to fire up the grill. Give me a thrill. My taste buds, they need a shot of Johnsonville brats. Girl, I've got the hots for the brats. From Johnsonville, can't get enough. Pass me a bun. Yeah, I got the hots for the brats.
From Johnsonville.
Simply great taste.
On the next Maury Povich Show, jailed for murder, released on a technicality, only to kill again.
I think it's time that the authorities took responsibility for all of these murders.
Mothers of victims speak out on how the courts let this man get away with murder. Then, garbage, loud music, and pesky pets.
Your boyfriend has threatened to choke me and choke me real quick if my dog pee on his tires of his truck.
They're feuding neighbors on the next Maury Povich Show.
Maury Povich, Friday at 11 on 21 Alive.
She opened her own restaurant just so she could bring her baby to work. But now health officials say dining and diapers don't mix. Why can't I bring my baby to work?
I bought this for him.
Next salad.
Please release me, let me go.
Oldie but goodie. That was the song that made Engelbert Humperdinck famous when he first sang it 25 years ago, and he's celebrating his 25th year in show business, and he's our special guest today. Engelbert Humperdinck, you have more letters in your name than I do, and I have always had problems with it. You were not born Engelbert Humperdinck, you were born?
Arnold George Dorsey.
And Engelbert Humperdinck, I at least know this because I'm a classical music fan, wrote Hansel and Gretel, German composer, wrote Hansel. Where'd you get that name?
Well, my manager and myself, when we first started, we were looking for a name. And I was looking for all kinds of things, so Humperdinck was better than Strangledink, I thought it might.
But was it the right decision? It sounds silly now, but
no, it sounded silly at the time. Yes, it does still sound silly. But it sounded even worse at the beginning. I mean, when I first heard about it, I just fell off the stool when my manager called me up and said, your name is now Engelbert Humperdinck. But I tried desperately under the other name, and nothing happened, so we had to do something serious.
How long? It's always interesting to me, since I've had what one would call a rough career. When you say you tried under the other name, singing in little clubs and not quite making it, how bad was it and how long?
I'm going to give my age away now, right?
No, I didn't ask. you don't have to tell the years.
I started when I was 17, and I got lucky in show business. I got lucky in show business when I was 27.
So 10 years before. Yeah. Not a lot of people want to put 10 years, into...
That's a lot of time.
10 years of being hungry? Were you hungry?
You see, I decided to go out on my own. I wasn't hungry because... I was hungry because I wanted to do it myself. If I was at home with my parents, I would never have been hungry because they took care of me, But I went out on my own. And I got myself into a lot of debt by staying in places where I couldn't afford. And sometimes when I got a job, I would go out and I'd come back and pay the rent, and I'd have nothing to eat, because the rent would take up, I needed a roof over my head. And a lot of times I would go out and do clubs for the weekend, and I would earn very small money, so I would have enough money to go there on the train and come back. But I would stay in public conveniences, all night sitting on the toilet like that with my coat up. I know it's an odd situation, but it's a true situation.
So you were the homeless, actually.
I did, yeah.
Were your...
It was a stinking job, but...
Engelbert, you were born in India?
I was, yes.
And you're English?
I'm English. My father was in the British Army.
And were your parents supportive?
Of my career?
Yes.
Not at the beginning. Not at the beginning, because it was so... unsteady, shall we say, that even when I first started courting my wife, and my parents would tell her to tell me, why don't you tell him to get a real job? And then we got married. It was still the same thing, because I hadn't made it as yet, And I was determined, and I think determination proved in the end,
As long as one, keeps with the dream.
Yeah, I think.
Tell me about Mom. I know you were very devoted, and I have a real relation. My mother's passed on. Yours has too?
Mine too, yes. Mine passed on in '88. I mean, our relationship was extraordinary. My father's and my mother's, but, my mother was an exceptional lady. Everybody who met her fell in love with her. She had an appeal that, I don't know. Can you talk?
Well, I'm a good listener. My mother was the most important thing in my life. And when she passed on, she never lived to see me do any of this.
Well, my mother was a very important person in my life, too. I mean, I would travel across the world to see her. Whenever I had time off, as soon as I finished my work, I worked 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, or 3 weeks on and 2 weeks off. The next day, I would be on a plane and fly home, see her.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to contact her?
You mean spiritually?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it work?
No, she's left a message, and I knew that it could come from her.
And you knew it was her?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I know you have a feeling about being a crooner or as opposed to a singer. No, I know. You don't like that word. No. I know. I did not know that crooner was a dirty word, all right? Why do you feel that way about the phrase crooner?
I don't object to, you know, I mean, a crooner is a crooner, but I am not a crooner.
The octave is larger.
Yeah, I have a 3.5 range octave range, you know, and you know, people are a baritone or a tenor. You know, they all have the different thing. I'm a contemporary singer.
I think I want to show you something that you probably haven't seen in a long time. This is your appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, declare the bell sides, carry us side by side, and hand in hand we will ride over bell sides. Turn your magical eyes round and around, looking at all we found. Carry us through the sky, lady.
Engelbert comes from a large family of 10 and has 4 children of his own. Tell me about your son, Scott.
My son, Scott, is the one that wanted to be involved with my business, and he's been traveling on the road with me for quite some time. He started off by just learning the business, you know, about the lights and about the sound, about the box office. About
Is he good?
And he's very good, and eventually he finished up managing me, and he's I would say, the best manager I ever had.
Scott, come on out. Scott, what kind, that's really something for Dad to say, you know, and I don't think he'd say it if he really didn't mean it. He could say something else, like he's a good guy.
Right.
What kind of father?
Well, he's the best. He's the best father. There's no question. There's no question in my mind, in my sister's mind, in my brother's mind. He's the best father.
Now,
and
I
the best
know-
singer in the world. But
Now that I told him to say.
I know, but he still, as a manager, has to be dispassionate about certain things. And I know Dad does. What I have heard are not the best imitations in the world.
His impression?
Wait, I want to ask his manager, Scott, what do you think of Dad's imitation?
I think they're wonderful. I think we should try and get him to do a couple. He's going to hate me for saying this.
What's your favorite, Scott? Ask him to do it.
His favorite?
No, yours.
My favorite. That's close between Jerry Lewis and maybe even Julio. Yeah. But I think Jerry Lewis is my favorite. I'm sorry.
Will you do either? You can do either of those.
No, yeah, the reason I got my name Jerry at the beginning is because when I started doing impressions, Jerry was my best impression that I did. And so everyone used to call me Jerry. And so I didn't call myself Jerry with a J, I would call myself Jerry with a G.
And that's how it all came about, lady. A perfectly wonderful way of doing it. I thought it was the best way to do it.
When we come back, we're going to meet a 7-year-old girl who Engelbert has kind of adopted. She is living with AIDS, and Engelbert will sing a special tribute song to her. So I wanted you to see these ladies' jackets. Would you stand up? You're so beautiful and so lovely. Turn your back to the camera. Don't go away.
Freedom's the one.
Only one gum passes the test when you've got dental work, and that's Freedent. Freedent won't stick to your dental work, so you can be confident chewing it. And because it also moistens your mouth and freshens your breath, Freedent's in a class by itself.
Freedent's the one that took the stick out of gum, and Freedent moistens your your mouth. Yeah, moistens your mouth and freshens your breath while you chew.
Non-stick Friedent moistens your mouth and freshens your breath.
How do you make a delicious homemade meal in minutes?
Eckrich it.
With Eckrich smoked sausage.
'Cause you can sauce it, you can cheese it, you can even pork and beans it.
It's pre-cooked, so for a delicious homemade meal in minutes,
Eckrich it.
Now, every time you buy specially marked packages of Eckrich, you get one free game of bowling. Instantly. Enjoy the great taste of Eckrich and bowl free.
Easter seals hooves.
Don't miss the fun and excitement of Easter Seal Hoops June 13th and 14th on the Lincoln National Life parking lot, downtown Fort Wayne.
When we were kids, our fathers went to work and mom stayed home.
But our generation faces a dilemma our parents never anticipated.
To make ends meet today, both parents have to work, and new pressures have been added to a woman's life after a child is born.
Join Keith Edwards and me, plus a panel of experts who will answer your questions about everything, from finding the right daycare center to managing your hectic schedule.
On Family Works, Returning to Work, brought to you by these companies who care.
Wednesday at 7 on 21 Alive.
Accommodations for guests of the Sally Jesse Raphael Show were provided by the new luxury Ramada Renaissance Times Square Hotel at 48th Street and 7th Avenue, New York City.
If you're just joining us, we are talking with our special guest, 25 years in show business, Engelbert Humperdinck, and it's a pleasure to be able to celebrate with him. Besides being a sex symbol, Engelbert is one of those celebrities who gives back. Leukemia, the American Lung Association, and the National Campaign to Prevent Child Abuse and Neglect. Now I understand that he's devoted some of his time to a 7-year-old girl who's living with AIDS. Her name is Hydea, and she wanted to be here to celebrate the 25th anniversary, and she came from Las Vegas, which is a very difficult trip because she had to bring her own oxygen because she has sometimes some trouble breathing. Hydea, you have a poem that you have written. Would you like to read that?
Yeah.
For you look lovely. I like your shoes.
Thank you.
And would you like to read that poem for us?
I have AIDS, and I know that it's okay to have AIDS. I'm just a normal person, and I'm not to blame. But I know when someone has AIDS, finds out they have AIDS, they will have to live with it. And don't worry about what other people think, and just be happy.
Mom and I think she did real well, didn't she? She always does well. She always does well. Engelbert, you won't believe this, but it's true. My staff came running into me and said, Engelbert Humperdinck is in the green room, and he's just sitting there and he's writing a song like that, you know, like it's that easy. And this is a song that you would like to sing for Hydea, and I'd like to hear it, wouldn't we? All like to hear it?
These are the children, innocent children of the universe. We need to hear them, for their lives have just begun. These are the children, beautiful children we must not deny. Stop them from crying, turn tears into rivers of love. So reach out and tell the world about it. Reach out, don't whisper, we must shout it. Reach out salvation, salvation. Reach out and tell the world about it. Reach out, don't whisper, we must shout it. Reach out, we gotta make America come true. Yes, we do now.
Gordon, right?
Yes. Have you ever worked with anything high-tech?
No. Thank you for the resume.
But we're looking for someone with
More education.
Some experience.
Good luck to you.
Call ITT Technical Institute for a copy of 10 Things You Should Know About Today's Job Market. 1-800-942-0099. Call now.
Did you think you'd ever be standing here in a home that belongs to you? It's the dream you've worked a lifetime for, and Ben Maher helped it all come true. At home with America. Here's the dream you can call your own. At home with America. Ben Maher Mobile Homes.
How long till our landfills are overflowing?
Just a few months, up to 2 to 3 years.
We have 1.5 years to 3 years left with the current permit.
How much could we end up paying to solve this problem?
The fee would be uniform. Everyone would pay.
Our long-term goal is to wean off the property tax system of financing.
Hello, I'm Victor Locke. The problem won't go away. How can we solve it? Find out some of the answers on Impact. Sunday at 1 on 21 Alive.
This is 21 Alive's Marty Wright. Parkview's Regional Heart Center and 21 Alive have already begun Phase 2 of the National Heart Attack Risk Study. Dr. William Roberts, designer of the study, will be in Fort Wayne to present a public lecture about heart disease and its risk factors and results of the study so far. The lecture will be held at the Scottish Rite Auditorium in Fort Wayne, Tuesday, June 16th at 7 p.m. For free tickets, call Parkview Hospital at 484-6636, extension 2209.
Are you upset because your child isn't graduating school this year and should? If so, call me and tell me what went wrong. Engelbert, when word got out that you were here today, we got a call from someone who said he knows things about you that no one else does, okay? So, of course, we invited him to be here. He told us how you like your steaks cooked, what kind of golfer you are, and that you lost big bucks playing cards together one weekend. Can you guess who that is? No. He was Engelbert's opening act for 10 years, one of the stars of the long-running play Catskills on Broadway. Welcome, Engelbert's friend.
Broadway, big star. And I know all these ladies. I know all these ladies. They know every joke I've ever told all my life. Some nights I'd be working and I would forget my spot. I'd just look at one of the fans and where am I? And they would do my jokes for me.
That's what
watch this, watch this. What did I do when I met Colonel Sanders? I licked his finger. They know all my jokes.
When we come back, Dick makes Engelbert do something that requires a lot of strength. Don't go away.
A striped toothpaste that fights tartar? Come on.
That's the way I like it.
I need proof it works.
That's the way I like it.
So I asked our dentist about Aquafresh.
Those Aquafresh stripes really fight. Aquafresh with powerful fluoride fights cavities, fights plaque, and fights ugly tartar. All concentrated in the only toothpaste striped to fight.
It works. They like it. I'll buy it.
Aquafresh, the one they like is striped to fight.
I like it.
Diet Dr. Pepper
never taste more like regular Dr. Pepper. When you want one, there's no stopping the taste.
You didn't know? You didn't know sugar sweetened Kool-Aid has 25% less sugar than Coke or Pepsi? Well, I can't believe you didn't know it has less sugar. But I was gotta run by. Oh, dear, look. Oh. Mama. Ah, wait. Having kids means having Kool-Aid soft drinks.
Let's talk about refrigerators. You know that old letter stuck to the rack, mold in the drawers, look like some kind of a science experiment, door won't stay closed, big goofy door flying open, handle falling off, non-defrosting, look like Alaska in the freezer kind of refrigerator? Oh man, don't even think about putting food in there, and you don't have to. Just go down to your Get It Today store, RTO, rent to own. RTO's got refrigerators from just $14.99 a week, free delivery today. Look us up in the white pages under RTO.
Are aliens out there?
They are very thin and frail. They're silvery or gray in color.
Alien abductions. On the next Entertainment Tonight, see how Hollywood is having close encounters with people who claim they were kidnapped by UFOs.
They're on a table. There tend to be several of the beings around them.
But some scientists say these alleged eyewitnesses prove nothing.
If you're talking about science, you need to have indisputable proof.
The inside stories on Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 6:30 on 21 Alive.
Dick, tell me about Engelbert. Why is he as successful as he is? I could have asked Scott, but I think it's better to ask you.
Why is he so successful?
Yeah, you're a show business person. And
yeah, well, he has the magic. There's a certain extra something that some people have. Somebody can be a star, somebody can be a semi-name, but some people have extra. He happens to have that magic. And when you're the opening act... When you're the opening act, when you walk on stage, you are invisible after the show.
Yeah.
One night we were in the MGM, and word comes back that Cary Grant is in the audience. Well, I'm excited. Everybody loves Cary Grant. So I go on stage. I know Cary Grant's out there. I want to do my best, and I do my act, and the audience is terrific. Come off stage. Engelbert goes on. He kills the audience, murders them. Now, when the show's over, I know Cary Grant is going to come backstage, say hello to Engelbert. Me, I want to meet Cary Grant. So I know the doors are going to open up, and Cary Grant's going to walk and just look at me in the face. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden the doors open, and there is Cary Grant. And he looks at me, Cary Grant, he says, "You were wonderful." He says, "I just laughed and laughed at you. You were just terrific. You made my whole night. And you fooled me with all that mime you do." He says, "Where's Engelbert's dressing room?" I said, "Well, come with me." Cary, my friend, he loves me, right? Take him into Engelbert's dressing room. Engelbert's changing. He's changing. He's finished showering and getting ready to meet his guests. And I'm alone in the dressing room with Cary Grant. I says, "Would you like to have something to drink?" Cary, my friend, he said, "Oh, no, thank you. Maybe a Coca-Cola." He says, "Let me tell you how wonderful you were. You know," he said, "I just laughed all night long. You just really made my night. You were just sensational." I said, "Thanks a lot, Car." It's Car now. He's going to invite me to the house for Christmas dinner. Now, Engelbert finally showers, comes out, he's all dressed, and Cary Grant sees Engelbert. Cary Grant walks over, he's Engelbert, he says, "This was the best one-man show I've ever seen." What happened to laughed and laughed? Invisible.
Question. I just want to know if you get nervous just prior to going on stage to perform.
Do I still get nervous? I do. My hands get cold, very, very cold.
Now, Dick said that you are very strong, that you...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what he does.
Give him the cards.
All right. Now, I don't know if you want to do it. I'm going to tell you, I just happened when I left from my house. Engelbert is a very strong guy, and this is no joke. Engelbert can rip a deck of cards in half and then in quarters legitimately, and I ain't lying. And these are real cards, Engelbert. They're not plastic. You can't rip plastic. I hope these are...
Why are you doing this to me,
Because it's different. And it's going to be, look, real cards. You think you can do it?
I don't think I can.
Well, give it a try.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Well, give it a try. It's great fun.
I haven't. Why are you doing this to me?
Go try it. See if you can do it. I'm going to give you some spot. Watch, this is amazing.
Oh, my God. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Physicians Weight Loss Centers ask you, how much weight do you want to lose?
Well, I know I'd feel better if I were 15 pounds thinner.
You can lose that for $49.
To get back in my favorite clothes, I need to drop 25 pounds.
It's still $49.
40 pounds?
It's okay. Whatever amount you need to lose, you can lose it for $49 on Physicians Weight Loss Center's exclusive System 1 program.
Call us now at 432-5615 or visit our office in the Park West Shopping Center.
This will get your attention. Best deal to come down the pike in years. Leaf Furniture's awesome Factory Direct event. Manufacturers have shipped truckloads of new merchandise to Leaf. Over 100 famous furniture makers said yes to millions of markdowns. Deep discounts, all at one time. Plus, buy now with no payments for 90 days. It's the best deal to come down the pike in years. Don't miss it. Leaf Furniture's Factory Direct sale.
They were teased and humiliated and called white trash, and they never forgot it.
I think once you're considered white trash, you're always considered white trash.
They were not the only people that were teased.
I used to be one of those teased people, and believe me now, I'd like to tease you too.
It hurts.
It happened to all of us.
I never seen the upper class kids get treated like that.
People sick of being called white trash on the next Oprah.
Oprah's on Friday at 4, right here on 21 Alive.
Compulsive eating. You can't control it. You eat more than you want. You hate it, but you simply can't help it. Food addiction is a real disease, and it has made you a prisoner. If you or a loved one have a food addiction problem, call the National Food Addiction Hotline at 1-800-USA-0088. To get the facts on this disease, dial 1-800-USA-0088. You can escape from the bonds of food addiction.
Before we go, Engelbert, I know you have something you'd like to give to Hidea, and that's the birthday cake, and so we want to wish her a very happy birthday and thank all of our guests today. Engelbert has a new album in the works with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, Please, currently on tour. And Dick Capri stars in Catskills on Broadway at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater here in New York. And Engelbert has a cookbook, and he has a resort, and he has a brand new perfume, if that isn't enough.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one thing to have fans, but there's a reason why they love him. They love him because he really gives back to that audience. And I learned, my own personal observation is that there aren't a lot of real men around. Most of the male idols are kind of like little boys, and Engelbert's a real man. I was this close to him.
Some members of our audience will receive, and a promotional fee has been provided by...
At last, Alpine Lace, fat-free and low-cholesterol singles made with real cheese. You mean I can eat cheese products again? New, free and lean.
Ruffy's Color Sense trash bags now feature fresh potpourri scents. Color Sense, perfect for the kitchen, bedroom, or bath. Paul Mitchell Salon Hair Care. We're as good to the environment as we are to you. Available only at fine salons.
The Remington microscreen shaves as close as a blade, or your money back. Hold it. Remington's also quick and comfortable. Attaboy, that's Remington.